Judge Lopez is a graduate of USC and Loyola Law School. Please welcome Judge Gilbert Manuel Lopez. Thank you.
I want to thank everybody for coming today, and I want to urge your support for the Scholarship Foundation. And I just want to give you a couple words about what it's meant to me. Now, if you can remember, 1973 is the year that I received that scholarship. And at the time, it meant a lot to me because at the time I was working in law school. I worked my 3 years and I worked my 4 years in university. I worked work-study. And what the scholarship did is that it allowed me not to have to work those extra hours, but to use them for studying. And so the scholarship allowed me to buy my books my first year, and I was so pleased about that. And it's really gone with me. You know, when things are given to you or entrusted to you, you want to go through life and you want to honor them and you want to pay respect to them. And that's what everything that I've received in life, I respect that way. And this is one of the things I respect is the faith in me and to have given me this scholarship. Now, if you could put a GPS, and I'm sure the scholarship committee would like to do this, put a GPS chip on us that receive the scholarship and find out what they do later down the line. How many of us would like to know that because we sort of lose touch with people? Well, you're going to have your GPS chip on mine. I'm going to tell you what happened. I would want to do that if I was on the scholarship committee. During the first year, I got through my first year fine, made the dean's list, graduated from Loyola cum laude, of course, and thank you very much, and all these things helped me. As soon as I graduated, I returned the gift to the Beverly Hills Bar Association, which was the right thing to do, and I joined the Beverly Hills Bar Association and was a member for about 5 years, so I sort of dropped off. I went into private practice, became a certified specialist in immigration and nationality law, and immediately when I was doing that, I conferred 35 units of continuing education because I used to volunteer for the CEB programs to teach on immigration law with a crossover in the criminal consequences and so forth. So conferred 35 units of seminars and so forth to continuing education, of course, all pro bono because you owe it back. I set up a panel for representation of refugees, and we represented over 600 refugees, again, pro bono in immigration deportation hearings. Then I started volunteering as a judge pro tem in the Huntington Park court, where thereafter I was appointed commissioner. There was an opening. They said, well, you'd like to do it. You've been doing a fine job as a volunteer. I said, sure. So I did that, and I really enjoyed that. I did civil practice for about 6 years and wrote the rules, the civil fast-track rules for the Southeast, and really improved our backlog on our civil cases, trial, and so forth. After that, I became the site judge of the Huntington Park Court and the Southgate Court, and then was pleased to, unfortunately, that court had closed down, so I was pleased to accept a position doing domestic violence, dedicated domestic violence court. And Dan Buckley will remember this. At the Almani Courthouse, we had a dedicated domestic violence court, and I asked to do it. High volume, 900 cases and so forth. But I got so much out of it, trying to change people's attitudes and trying to correct behavior and try to keep families together. I really loved that assignment. Kind of burned me out, but I really loved the fact that I could do a little bit of social work. And one of the blessings of having that type of assignment. And unfortunately, they had to just merge all the calendars together. Now, thereafter, and this is what I'm currently doing, I'm coordinating a teen court. And for those that are familiar with teen court, they go to the high schools and they put on jury trials with the students there on real life cases with real consequences. And I'm fortunate today to have my jury proctor that goes in with my jurors, William Wenzel. He's always there even before me. He does a good job with my jurors, and to no end, I'm thankful for him for doing that. Now, some of you will remember me in a different context. And that's Justice Ronald George made me famous. Not because I was a judge, because I made the furniture in my courtroom. Who remembers that? Nobody remembers that. Well, anyway, that's what happened. I had to make that furniture because I just wasn't getting any cooperation. So they gave me a courtroom which was a jury assembly room when I was a commissioner. It wasn't really set up, so I made the witness stand, I made the attorney table, I made the jury box. And downtown, what are they going to say? I did it with my own money. But that's what we owe back. It's funny, but that's what we owe back. And I would like to thank everybody for having this opportunity to speak to you. David Pasternak was my classmate at Loyola. I don't know if he remembers me. I don't sort of look the same. I had long hair then. Maybe I was a couple pounds thinner. But I want to thank you again, and I want to welcome all you. And I want to encourage you, recipients, remember, you're being entrusted. You're not just given a gift with mad money or to go do this or do that with your money. You're being entrusted with something, and that's a legacy. And the legacy is that these people, these individuals, are giving to you because they believe in you, and they believe you're going to give back. And that's the most important thing. And I'd like to see you up here in 43 years or whatever it's been, saying the same thing of all the things you've done in the community, because you know what? That's the greatest reward of everything. Thank you very much.